Hellboy's friend is taken by werewolves. His priest friend goes and investigates on why so many people disappeared from this town. But a pale man startles him from behind. He wants to know why the church has been abandoned like the way it is now. And the pale man asks him, "Why are you here? God is not here." And the priest tells him he never abandons us. See? And the man gets frustrated and tells him, "Follow me. I'll show you down below." And the priest tells him, "Why does nobody come here?" And the man says, "Because of murder. The Grenier family was slaughtered." And he tells him to look as he opens one of the coffins. The priest is struck with fear as he is finally going to be consumed by the evil within the man. Hellboy a few days later arrives to find out what happened with his friend, but he is being watched. But Kate is there as well to explain what happened to the wolves of St. August. In 1214, a monk wanted to pay respects to the church, but he had to do it to the family instead. But notice there was devil imagery, or the god of fertility. He cursed the family. For every 7 years, they walk like wolves. Hellboy starts to investigate and finds the blood of his friend and tells him that we must head down, as the sun is going down as well. As they investigate more through the ruins, all of a sudden they feel a crack, and it's the floor below them. Kate ends up going through it. She ends up in the sub-level below, but as she is getting up, she can see a ghost of a little girl asking her, "What are you doing here? I'm awake and I can't go to heaven. And why does God hate me?" And she replies, after turning into a wolf, saying, "He made me like this." Kate is struck with deep fear as Hellboy gets there just in time. He tells her, "I know this is rough, but we have to get out of here." They begin to make their exit, but then one of them is waiting for them in the hallway, and they block all the exits. And it turns out that folktale ended up being true. But these wolves have been here for 800 years. From behind them, the spirit of the priest shows up to his friend, Hellboy, and begs him to help him. His soul is trapped there, and Hellboy only has one option: to let him free. Grenier says, "I have been sinned against, and I deserve my revenge. You've wiped out a whole town, and you're keeping spirits here as prisoner. Let them go. Your family deserves better. Just do it. Let them go." Then the man uses his claws to cut his skin open like a snakeskin as he finally reveals himself. Hellboy puts Kate aside as he is about to rumble with this demon. Hellboy goes in swinging and starts landing each blow, but then he starts to say his name, and that's when the werewolf loses it. He is no longer the man, he is only the beast. But Hellboy doesn't care. He's fought more uglier things than him. He shows no fear, even though he's starting to get thrown around like a rag doll. He needs to think of something to end this fight. And the poor ghost girl wants to know what's gonna happen. Is she gonna be free? Are they all gonna be free from this curse if Hellboy ends up winning? But the wolf starts nipping on him and throwing him again over and over. He has to find a way to end this fight, even though it doesn't look like he's going anywhere with it. He grabs a statue's head, ends up chucking it hard enough at the werewolf, and it ends up breaking through the skin. And Hellboy ends up finding out that the man was making his family do all the evil deeds, but he will make him pay for taking his friend's life. And the cross is the only thing that seems to be doing damage. And he finally stabs the wolf with the cross, and the wolf begins to stumble and ends up breaking the statue as it falls upon him. Now the curse is finally gone and over with. He has won this day, but lost a friend.